Hello guys, what is up? Welcome to the fourth episode of the Super Mario Brothers 2 Let's Play. Forgive me for that. I am a little bit sick as I'm filming this, but yeah. Damn. That felt relieving. Got some whatever you call it out of my throat. But yeah, this is World 4. I will say 4-1 is incredibly easy. I think this was the only level after World 1 that I beat first try, which is surprising. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It takes a minute to get used to the ice, but I mean, after that you're good. I mean, this game it's kind of nice to the player in a way. This is probably the first example of a game being, or of a Mario game being, like, supportive of the player. Outside of, the difficulty, I guess. The difficulty is the main thing about this game that turns me away from it. The thing that I really, like, it kind of makes me turn away in disgust because I do not like this game. It's the controls, especially playing on an emulator, the physics, just the idea in general. I don't like the game. And then the difficulty mixed in with all of it. And of course the mechanics, it doesn't play like a normal Mario game at all. It's fun for what it is. I will say, outside of New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS, this has probably the second best bosses in a mainline Mario game. I haven't played Sunshine or Galaxy 2. I have them, I just haven't played them. So I'm outside of that. I don't really know anything about those yet, obviously, but when it comes to the 2D Mario games, let's just put it at that. This is almost on par with the bosses whenever, like, it's almost an equal with New Super Mario Brothers. And I hate to admit that because, again, I hate this game. Genuinely hate it. But let me tell y'all, good bosses can mean a good game. The bosses can determine whether or not the game is good, I'm telling y'all. Bosses are, in my opinion, easily the best part about any game. Whether we're talking about Cuphead, Mario, Elden Ring, what's something else I've played recently, God of War, any game, the bosses are a major part of the enjoyability. And let me tell you, when it comes to Mario, again, this is on par with New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. Of course, I haven't played many spin-offs. I haven't played many RPGs. There's like Super Princess Peach. There's like the Yoshi games. The Mario Party games technically have bosses. But yeah, out of the mainline stuff, I'm willing to safely say that this is probably the second best game in terms of bosses. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of one right here. Not really. What you're supposed to do is ride its egg across the map, which is an interesting take. So yeah. I will say I am excited to go through Super Mario Bros. 3. That's one game. I think outside of, the ones I haven't played, Sunshine and Galaxy 2, Super Mario Bros. 3 is the only Mario game I haven't beaten. So I'm excited to play through it. Before this Let's Play, I couldn't even say I haven't beaten this. But of course, I'm voicing over my footage. So just so y'all do know, I have every part done. I have the editing done for everything besides the last part. And then after that, it's mostly just a matter of voicing over it. So yeah, I will say, I didn't beat this game before this Let's Play, if I'm being entirely honest. And then, with how difficult some of the levels were starting to get, I was starting to think I wouldn't beat this game. I was starting to think I would have to delete some of the Let's Play. Then I had to go back to World 4, which made me replay all the way up through World 3. Yeah, I had to go all the way back through World 4, through to World 4, because I lost the footage for one level. I lost footage for one level. Yeah, and the release, how fast this came out in comparison to, like, the last video I just uploaded. I mean, this probably came out, like, 40 minutes afterwards or something. In comparison to the release of that episode, that shows you how much time I have on my hands. A lot. Of course, I have a job, I have school, and yet still, I still find the time. I find the time to fit in, you know, some gaming. Then I find the time to voice over my videos after editing them, which, let me tell you, the editing is easily the worst part about it all, because it's, let's just put it at, it's a drag, to say the least. It's a drag. Yeah. And then sometimes, of course, I get interrupted and I have to restart the voicing over the video process. Of course, now is a good time to film it because, you know, nobody is home besides me. So, you know, now is a good time to film it. I mean, my little sister's here. I'm kind of watching over her. I'm basically checking on her in between the episodes. Yeah. It shows you how much time I have on my hands. And again, I work, I go to school, I still find the time. Then I find the time for friends, I find the time for family, I find the time for pretty much everything in between. In between it all, I find the time for everything. I mean, part of it has to do with, like, my messed up sleep schedule, but, like, let's ignore that, you know? I'm getting, like, 4 hours of sleep on average, if I'm being honest. You know, usually I get home, I'm like, oh, shit, today wasn't a good enough day. I'm gonna stay up till, like, 1 in the morning watching a movie. Then I go to school the next day. Yeah, let me tell you, this is the type of boss I'm talking about when I say I love this game's bosses. It's creative. Again, I don't like this as a game, but to say that this boss in particular, especially, is bad, you're crazy. You have to be crazy. Then there's, like, a crab boss, I think, and I think it's a crab. It might be, like, I don't know, it might be a lobster. Like, damn, quit bullying me, bro. But yeah, there's, like, a crab boss. It throws rocks at you. You gotta pick up the rocks. The final boss in particular is really creative. You can't hit him until he attacks you. I mean, yeah, for being on the NES hardware, this game is really creative. It gets creative. It's large. I'm willing to bet, like, I don't know much about, like, the coding that goes behind the scenes and stuff. I don't know much about any of that stuff, but I'm willing to bet this almost, if not maxed out, the NES hardware. Yeah, that's going to be about it for today's episode, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. This was a pretty short episode, so yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That's going to be about it for today's episode. Bye.